record and try to post it. Okay. Again, so we're talking about branding. The reason why I never did is because I felt like if I focused to a target or I did something with a specific group that I would be limiting myself. So I was like, I don't need to do that. I want to help everybody. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to help everybody. I mean, I would love it if everybody would want help, but those are not the people that I necessarily want to work with all the time. And those are definitely not the people who I feel get me and would understand me. And I mean, yeah, I might be able to help a 25-year-old who's single and living in the city, but listen, our lives are completely different, type of thing. And so I feel like really then once I did go through this and found my brand, I feel a lot more centered. I feel a lot more in control of the posts that I'm making, the hashtags I'm using, that regards. Paige, do you feel that you felt that way after you found your niche too?
Yeah, I think definitely with the fibro, again, I think my whole life, my workouts and everything right now are kind of scattered. But like whenever I really honed in on the fibro, unfortunately, people with fibro are scared to work out. So they're scared to work, to reach out to you. So that kind of was like null and void. But yeah, because you do have that one focus group that you want to help. So that definitely helped me whenever I did that.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll help. Okay. So I made a PowerPoint, you guys. So I'm very proud of myself. So I'm going to share my screen. And so I'm going to share my screen, so I'm not going to be able to see you. So just go ahead and unmute yourself if you have any questions. Okay. Can you guys see that? Branding, you are your best asset. Okay, awesome. So what we talk a lot about with coaching is that you're not selling products. You're not selling anything. The biggest thing that you offer to someone and the thing that you want people to find the most value in is you as a coach. And just think about all of those emails that you get or the text messages you get when someone's super excited that they've lost 10 pounds with 21-day fix. What do they say? Thank you so much. Or I love being in the group. Thank you so much. We're just giving them tools, but the brand is about ourselves. So the traditional pitfalls that we run into with branding is that people don't buy products. They buy solutions or experiences to their unmet wants, needs, or desires from credible sources that they can trust. So, we want to think about that. So they're not buying the products. They're buying us as a coach. They buy the solutions or experiences that they don't have to nap anymore, that they, aren't as bloated, to their unmet wants, that they are sick of not being able to interact with their kids, from credible sources. That's Beachbody, the credible source that they can trust. And again, that comes from Beachbody and us. So I'm going to go through things, and I kind of have my brand broken down through this, but we're going to go through all of these. So this might be, and while I'm recording it, yes, this, and you can go through it again, but this might be stuff that you want to take notes with. But I need you to start thinking about, and this is really before I went through the training to find my branding. I was like, oh yeah, well, I like, busy moms. Well, everybody in the world is a busy mom if they're a mom. Everybody in the world is busy, okay? So we are more than a mom. We're more than a stay-at-home mom. We're more than a working mom, a busy mom, a disease, a situation. That's just things that are going on in our lives. That's not our brand. So our target niche, who exactly are you looking to work with? So for me, what I came up with was for the overworked, busy mom that has lost herself to the hustle and bustle of daily life with work, spouse, and children. Now, this might, this is kind of broad and it can work for so many people, but it doesn't work for Renee. She's a military wife. She has so many more things going on than I do. This also doesn't work for Crystal, Danielle, and Paige, who also go to full-time jobs each week, or every day. So you guys have a different niche than mine, where in general, this might work for you, but you have a different element of your story. Does that make sense? Okay. The unmet need or desire. How do they feel about themselves? My example is that has put a higher priority on everyone else rather than herself. And I think that we can say just in general that that's like a mom, right? Moms do that. We're the last ones to eat. We're the last ones to have clean clothes. We're the last ones to go to sleep at night. We're the last ones to do everything for ourselves. We fill everybody else's bucket and not our own. The brand promise. What are you going to be able to do to help? Not Beachbody. You. So my example is that Amelia Hendricks Fitness promises to help you regain the confidence and self-esteem you used to have. So that's what I'm going to help them do. Beachbody's not going to do that. I'm going to do that in my private text messages, my private messages, my accountability groups. That is that is my brand. I am the brand, and this is what I'm promising to help give them. And the point of difference. Now, how are you going to do it? For me, I offer an understanding, support, and accountability community to reestablish yourself on your own time and in the privacy of your own home. So how I'm going to do it is still not Beachbody. It's still not Beachbody products. It's how am I going to coach them? And this is what you're offering, your support, understanding, the accountability with them in their own home. Reasons to believe. Value. Now, this is where Beachbody comes into, because this is where we have the company value. Backed by the industry-leading, most trusted line of nutrition and fitness programs, as well as women who have made the physical and mental transformations themselves to address the need for women to understand that it is not selfish to give to themselves first so that they have more to give others. And I think that this is one of the biggest parts of the brand, while we tell them the value behind it, but it's that last one, to address the need for women to understand that it is not selfish to give to themselves first so that they may have more to give others. And this can be something that, I think I took this right from the training, or I tweaked it just a little bit, because I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely what I want to help give other people. So this is a big one, because they need to know that it's okay that all of those other steps are leading up for them to put the reason to believe into this value. And then you put your emotional brand intelligence, put your own emotional tie to it all. Since I understand how easy and quickly it is to sacrifice yourself to raise a happy, healthy, and prosperous family. And, this could be something, different where, Crystal says she understands how easy it is to let work, work life and everything else come into, before themselves or whatever. This is where you bring your brand part into it. So altogether, my brand is for the overworked, busy mom that has lost herself to the hustle and bustle of daily life with work, spouse, and children, that has put a higher priority on everyone else rather than herself. Amelia Hendricks Fitness promises to help regain the confidence and self-esteem you used to have. I offer an understanding, support, and accountability community to reestablish yourself on your time and in the privacy of your own home. Backed by the industry-leading, most trusted line of nutrition and fitness programs, as well as women who have made the physical and mental transformations themselves, to address the need for women to understand that it is not selfish to give to themselves first so that they have more to give others, since I understand how easy and quickly it is to sacrifice yourself to raise a happy, healthy, and prosperous family. Now, for me, I can say that since I've put this into play, I don't know if you guys have even started to notice the change in my posts and kind of where I've started targeting, where I've started changing my verbiage. Obviously, I'm not going to put this brand out every single time I write something. It's pretty long-winded. And from here, then there's definitely where you come and condense it into a smaller format. But since I know that this is my brand now, this is where I go to make my focus. So I have my brand. Now what? So it all comes back, like I said, to focus on that brand. And what's the brand? You. You make your images, you make your videos, you make your posts, etc. To pull to this niche. Again, I'd love to help everybody. And I've recently had, people who are married and without children or not married and engaged and stuff come to me, and I'm still going to help them. It's still awesome. But where I'm working towards is my niche. And even like today, my post on my fitness page was a picture of Lila in therapy with, my to-do list and my computer and my lunch sitting in front of me, because that's my life. So again, I'm not targeting myself to work with 25-year-old single women in the city. And then you find and use hashtags or SEOs or tags or whatever in your blogs, in your Instagrams, and whatever you're using to draw to these people. And the more that you can narrow it down, the more, the better it gets. And of course, hashtags are so broad, and I do use things like busy mom or mom of three and stuff like that. But then you have to start getting, and we could probably even just do a whole training on hashtags, because it's things like that where I think like fitness, exercise, busy mom, they're all like dead hashtags because they're so overused at this point that it's like the life shelf of those tags are probably like 30 seconds and there's 100 more being posted about them. And then it's just to get your name and your brand out into social media. Hashtag yourself all the time, Amelia Hendricks Fitness. Start just being that, be something that people are going to start looking out and start looking towards you for. So let me stop share. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that? Paige, did you have anything that you'd like to add?
No, that was awesome.
Okay. Thank you. Does anyone want help or want to use this time to kind of talk out?
I would.
Okay.
Because I think this is where I struggle the most. Is trying to find, trying to pull it down a little bit more than like just the mom that works a full-time job, and has children and is just trying to figure it all out. And I do think that I am a little bit more passionate about the food side of like the journey that people take. than necessarily the fitness. Not that it's not important, obviously.
Right.
But I like wholeheartedly believe that, you know, if you, and maybe that's where I need to go with it.
Yeah, fueling yourself and finding that. I mean, I think that that's a huge niche, and I think that that's something so many times, especially women and moms in your in your target are looking for, you know, the mom that works all day long and still has to find the time to work out and make healthy recipes and you know, and especially for, you know, parents of toddlers who, you know, I swear it's like sometimes the moms are super insane about like what, you know, you feed your kids and stuff like that. But I mean, I honestly think that that's a huge niche that can be
maybe that's
really
a better
clarified. And again, so I'm going to try to post this so you can use this.
Go back through.
You can go through but I have them all listed. You know, like the target niche, the unmet need, you know, stuff like that, so that you can really break it down. And I mean, I listened to that training a couple times, and even though like when they gave the samples and stuff, it took me a little bit to be like, you know, kind of like, how did I feel? Like, you know, I just remembered the point when I said it was enough. Like, how did I feel about myself at that point, and what was I trying to do to come back to who I used to be? And I think that's what it was. I was trying to come back to who I used to be, even though I'm so much better now. So, yeah, I mean,
I think there definitely always starts like people start with like wanting the physical transformation, and then sometimes the physical turns into something way better, right? Or the emotional turns into something way better, but that kind of is after you.
We're such a visual society now. So, yeah, I mean, I think people are they're driven towards the, you know, the cut arms and the 6-pack abs and the thigh gap. And then when they actually try to go in and get it, they understand what comes into it, you know? Yeah.
Okay, sorry, one more question. What training sorry, I missed it because I think I was in the other room.
No, that's okay. I actually, Paige and I are part of that Practical Social Media University. So, if you guys are interested, I can give you the site. I did sign up for it, and, you know, it's full service and it's kind of all set up. And the trainings that they give you, and they have like Facebook ad training and SEO words and like all of that stuff. Paige, how much of the training have you done besides just like getting everything set up?
We were trying to do a lot of that training, you know, before we got internet. So it was just one of those things. I was so overwhelmed with it all. And I really believe in it. And honestly, I just told James the other day, we're going to have to just buckle down and prepare to fight and just start watching those videos again and finishing it up, because I have everything done, but I don't have it all plugged in. But anyway, the biggest gripe I have about the PSMU is the videos are so long. Like,
I agree.
Like Steve McDonald loves to hear himself talk. And so they're like 15 minutes long. And by the time that you're, you know, 20 minutes through it, you're like, oh my gosh, my head's spinning. I agree. So
especially the one when I was like trying to set up the blog, and I was like, can you just tell me how to change this stuff?
I can't even tell you how many times I said that. So that's the biggest gripe. But I just need to get back in and really get focused on.
I think what's great is, and I think where I'm right now, I'm spending my site is live. It's still kind of generic because all that stuff is taking a ton of time, but there's a ton of training. I can even open it. I mean, he goes into, no, it's not here and I can't leave this page, but it's like Twitter training, Facebook ad training, YouTube training, SEO words, a ton of stuff. Yeah. And they set it, they have all the challenge packs are there, like all of that stuff, all the forms are already filled out. So
is this like another website for you, or
it's
or is it sorry website. It is, it's like your own.
Yeah, here I'll share my screen again and show you guys. I'll share my desktop. So again, it's not, I don't know how to move you guys. Oh, there we go. It's not, I don't know how to move this. Oh, there we go. It's super generic right now. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So it has all of this set up. And these are things I'll be able to change once I get my blog like going. So, but it's still just a blog, but then it has everything that, it has all your Facebook set up. It has your Twitter set up. And then it has like this join my team and then all of this stuff. And like,
that's cool.
It just, you know, it has, and Tracy Morrow was one of the leading coaches behind it. So, but again, like all this stuff is at least there. So when you wanted to go check it out, if you went to my page, it's there. But then I'll be able to customize all that stuff. I might have gotten more of a deal page than you, I think, when I signed up. I'm not sure. For 7 months, I paid $10 for the hosting through GoDaddy for my AmeliaHendricks.com. But for the hosting, all of the training, all of that, like for them to do the blog and stuff, it was $224 for 7 months. So it ends up being, what is that? Like $30 a month or something like that?
Yeah, because mine's, I think, like, well, I had the 3 months. Gosh, I did mine back in January, February. Right. I think I had 3 months that were like almost nothing, like $20 or something. And then, so maybe it ends up being the same with the 3 months that I had the discount.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably right. It's $32 a month.
Okay.
Mine's honestly to have people plug in your stuff. And that's what I did. I need that convenience because I have like a site on Wix that was taking me forever to do. I can't customize things. I can't either. Blogs, the blog spots, like it's just, so I pay for convenience. I buy my vegetables and fruit cut up, guys. I mean, $2 for a cut up carrot, yeah, as opposed to 99 cents for a bag. Whatever. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
So do you pay up front for this for the 7 months, or and they just plug it all in?
Yeah, and then the videos go to show you, you know, how to customize what you want, and then.
So Paige, this is your page too. Is through this like your Fibro Fit?
Here. Let me. Your page home. You're just pagehome.com, right?
Pagehome.com. Yeah, you can bring it up.
Hers is way better than mine, you guys.
Hers is awesome.
Hours.
Oh no! What is it, Paige?
It's pagehome.com.
PAIGE. Is it like HTTP?
Yeah.
Let me just take this in. Okay, there it is. Hold on. I was doing www. Let me get my Zoom back up. Pages is way better, you guys. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. See? Isn't Pages so nice? See? And so she has hers updated with her things going on. So are those just blogs? You just make them blog posts and they pop to the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you put those in the featured, or like a sub featured, I think is what that is. And then every time that you go in and add one, you do a sub feature and then it drops, you know, so the 3 stay at the top and then it drops the 4th one down to
okay. Yeah. So you can see all of her stuff.
And
the things on the side too, and there's still the like, yes, I would like to become a coach, and It's just a stuff. And so what also happens with this is that they give you free SEO training, and then they give you SEO capabilities. So because with a lot of sites, you have to pay extra to do SEOs, and this does it for you. So when people start searching that stuff, then you come up in the search engine, you know.
Okay.
So it's something to look into, and if you want, let me know. I will post, because there's a special, like you go through the Beachbody Practical social media or whatever site, and then there's more discounted rates for Beachbody coaches, because this is for more than just Beachbody coaches.
Okay.
But you get more of a discount from it.
Cool.
So, yeah. Does anyone else have any other questions? Awesome. So if you guys take the time to set your brand, I would love to have you shoot it over to me, and I'll check it out, and we can talk about it, and see what we can start doing. But I mean, I really do feel like once you have something that that you're, it's just like the end of a workout or, program, or just something that that you can focus in on, it's helpful, So thank you guys for being on the call. I might do this same thing next week for EKO. I told Harry that I would do it if there wasn't anything else that needed to be discussed. So yeah, awesome. So if you guys don't have anything else, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Bye.